Thank you for taking the time to learn about RapidTO Bus and Streetcar Priority. Over the next 15 minutes, we will review the project details, discuss why improving bus and streetcar transit in Toronto is important, and share how you can help contribute to future plans. So let's get started. RapidTO started as a planning exercise in 2019 in partnership with the TTC. Through RapidTO, the TTC and the City of Toronto are developing a plan that will deliver safe, efficient, and equitable bus and streetcar service improvements through transit priority solutions. We are now ready to begin Phase 1 of consultation. In this phase, we'd like to understand your priorities for selecting bus and streetcar roadways meeting transit priority solutions over the next 10 years. Continue watching this video or visit toronto.ca/RapidTO for more information on how to get involved in the various consultation activities planned. Buses and streetcars do heavy lifting in moving people around the city to access employment, services, education, recreational facilities, and more. In fact, a 2016 survey found that 70% of daily trips in Toronto require use of a bus or streetcar. Data collected between January 2019 to February 2020 showed that 22% of buses and 34% of streetcars experienced delays. Given the high demand in bus and streetcar travel, and more than 140 TTC routes that share the road with cars, it is essential to make bus and streetcar service a practical and reliable travel option for the most people. So what is the solution? RapidTO Bus and Streetcar Priority seeks to improve bus and streetcar service through a toolbox of solutions that can make bus and streetcar service more reliable, reduce delays, and shorten travel times. Transit Priority provides relief on overcrowded bus and streetcar routes. These solutions are also generally faster and cheaper to build than a subway or light rail transit. RapidTO Bus and Streetcar Priority is supported by the City's official plan, TTC's 5-year service plan and 10-year outlook, and the City's COVID-19 impacts and opportunities. In November 2020, Toronto City Council endorsed the recommendations of a RapidTO report asking city staff to initiate a plan to implement transit priority solutions across the city over the next 10 years. In April 2021, City Council approved a second RapidTO report outlining consultation activities for 2021 and 2022. RapidTO Bus and Streetcar Priority plays an important role in keeping Toronto moving and supports two priorities of the city's corporate strategic plan. The first, keeping Toronto moving, and the second, tackle climate change and build resilience. Toronto is growing and changing. Toronto's growth plan forecasts 3.65 million people and 1.98 million jobs in the City of Toronto by 2051. As Toronto grows, the number of people who rely on transit increases, while roadway space dedicated to transportation remains the same. New strategies are needed to move more people quickly and comfortably. Transform TO is Toronto's ambitious climate action strategy. It includes a set of long-term, low-carbon goals and strategies to reduce local greenhouse gas emissions and improve our health, grow our economy, and improve social equity. The TTC is already doing its part by expanding its electric bus fleet and aim to be about 40 to 50% electric by 2030. RapidTO will help contribute to Transform TO goals by transforming our roadways through investments in transit priority solutions. When buses and streetcars are given priority, they will operate more efficiently and reliably. Ultimately, The hope is that we can provide people with a practical travel option other than driving personal motor vehicles. During COVID-19, TTC bus ridership decreased to 21% of pre-COVID-19 levels at the lowest point in April 2020. Nevertheless, bus and streetcar transit has proved vital for our society, particularly for the city's most vulnerable communities. As part of Toronto's strong COVID-19 recovery plan, the city is working hard to build back transit ridership and reliability in service. RapidTO Bus and Streetcar Priority will support transit in equity-deserving communities and help improve access to employment, healthcare, and community services. So, what have we heard thus far? Through the TT's 5-year service plan, the city's official plan amendment, and other transit project consultations, we have gathered feedback from people across the city about public transit. The most common feedback we heard was that we need to improve service reliability of buses and streetcars. As such, consultation on RapidTO Bus and Streetcar Priority will take place in 3 phases. Phase 1, understanding your priorities, to commence in fall 2021. Phase 2, identifying top roadways throughout early 2022. And Phase 3, roadway-specific studies between 2022 and 2031. We are currently in Phase 1 and are seeking feedback on your priorities for bus and streetcar transit. By understanding your priorities, an evaluation criteria will be developed and used to identify and prioritize roadways for future studies. In Phase 2, we will report back on the evaluation results and a preliminary schedule for Phase 3. The public will have the opportunity to comment on results of the evaluation and give additional feedback. Together, with feedback received through public and stakeholder engagement and technical analysis, the City of Toronto and the TTC will identify the corridors where transit priority solutions will be studied, evaluated, and delivered over the next 10 years. In Phase 3, after City Council approves the RapidTO plan, we will then come back to your communities to consult with you on the unique design and transit priority solutions for each roadway appropriate for your specific needs through a 3-year Phase 3 process. Now, let's learn more about the toolbox of transit priority solutions which may be implemented. Transit priority solutions are tools that we can use to make buses and streetcars move more efficiently on our roadways. These tools can generally be classified into intersection and signal improvements, bus lanes, and customer comfort improvements at stops. The main takeaway here is that there is no one-size-fits-all approach in implementing transit priority solutions. In Phase 3, we will provide different options that are best suited for the community, and you will have the opportunity to participate in the consultation process that will help shape the final design. The first category of tools is intersection and signal improvements. This includes Q-jump or bypass lanes, transit signal priority, traffic signal coordination, bus bulbs or bus bays, near or far side stops, signs and pavement markings, and pedestrian crossing facilities. The second category of tools is bus lanes. This includes curbside bus lanes, offset bus lanes, contraflow bus lanes, high occupancy vehicle lanes or HOV lanes, and transit malls. The third and final category of tools is customer comfort improvements at stops. This includes transit shelters, accessible ramps for streetcars, real-time transit arrival panels, lighting around transit stops, street furniture, for example, benches and newspaper boxes and litter boxes, wide, evenly paved areas for boarding, connections to sidewalks, tactile walking surface indicators and curb cuts, and ring and post bicycle stands. We mentioned earlier that transit priority solutions are generally cheaper and faster to build than rapid transit options. While some of these terms may seem unfamiliar, the city has already been implementing solutions like queue jump lanes, bus lanes, and transit signal priority in different locations across Toronto. For example, the 8.5-kilometer priority bus lanes along Eglinton Avenue East, Kingston Road and Morningside Avenue through the University of Toronto Scarborough campus were implemented in 2020 after about a year of planning, designing, and consulting. 47,000 people use this route every day, and it serves 7 of Toronto's equity-deserving neighborhoods. Along Eglinton East, just 6 months after transit priority solutions were implemented, transit travel times went down by up to 5 minutes in the afternoon peak period. Bus service reliability improved by 12%, meaning bus arrivals have become more predictable for passengers. And travel times and volumes for private vehicles have remained the same along Eglinton East and other surrounding roads. We are aware that the many restrictions on travel due to COVID-19 have influenced the data, and we will continue to monitor Eglinton East performance and will aim to release more data in the future. So, how can you get involved in this project? In Phase 1, the TTC and City of Toronto are looking for feedback on what is important to you when choosing bus and streetcar roadways to prioritize as part of the plan. Some factors we are considering are connections, ease of implementation, equity, growth, ridership, safety, travel experience, and any other suggestions received through public feedback during consultation. From October 4th to November 28th, you can visit the project webpage at toronto.ca/RapidTO and complete the online survey to have your say on each of the priorities. Data supporting your priorities will be applied to bus and streetcar roadways that have been identified for transit priority evaluation. Based on the public feedback received, the criteria will be prioritized, weighted, and used to select which roadways should be studied, evaluated, and delivered as part of RapidTO Bus and Streetcar Priority. If you have any questions or would like to complete the online survey, please visit the project webpage for toronto.ca/RapidTO. The survey will be available until November 28, 2021. You can also contact us by telephone at 416-338-7797 or by emailing us at rapidto@toronto.ca. Thank you for doing your part to keep Toronto moving.